name of this institution is IST Academy.
Yes.
Now, what is the full meaning of IST?
The full meaning, it stands for International Specialized Training. So from day one, we made a decision when we started the academy that we wanted to start an academy that's different to any other academy, and an academy that wants to make a difference. So through our digital approach, apart from that, we also blend curriculum-based with machine specifics, with relevant scenarios, so that we can actually overstep into the workplace or in the field, so that the learners can already be able, when they get to site, to interact with the more advanced systems. And lastly, it's international, because we don't want to just bound ourselves to the borders of South Africa. We also already doing work outside of South Africa, and we want to increase that reach as well.
Okay, thank you very much.
Sure.
What is the number one misconception about heavy equipment careers that you wish people knew about?
So if I look at when we recruit learners for our projects, a lot of learners come here from colleges or from schools. When you ask them what they want to do, they will say mechanical engineering. And so it's become evident that they're not really sure as to what the difference between an engineer and an artisan is. Obviously, our projects, we train apprentices to become artisans, and yes, their career could lead up to become an engineer, but there's definitely a misperception in the industry as to the difference between an engineer and an artisan.
Okay, thank you very much. How has technology changed your curriculum in the previous years?
So I think if you look at IST and the way we do things, it's evident as to how technology has changed and how we've managed to embrace technology. So at our academy, we've gone fully digital, training the guys on the theory aspects on using e-learning platforms. Even the way that we assess the learners is done digitally, and we've managed to integrate VR into our training as well. So through that, we've really embraced technology to the fullest, making use of what is available on the market to enhance the training experience for our learners.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, now you made mention of VRO, integrating VRO into the whole student training program. How do you guys use VRO for the training program?
So the advantage is just as much as we develop our own e-learning content, we also develop our own VR content. So I can't have all the machines in the industry at my training academy, but I can bring the machines here through VR. So what we do is we go to the client, we take imagery of the machine, and then we put it in software to develop the content so that the learner can be immersed into a space where he finds himself next to the machine, and he can interact with the machine in terms of identifying systems and components.
Do you take students from any background, and is their journey in the industry affected by the background?
So what I can say is that we have students here from not our own students only, we also train students from other companies. So when we recruit for our own projects, there's a whole process that we take the learners or the applicants through. So first of all, we'll look at school qualifications, college qualifications. We'll invite them for psychometric assessment, for mechanical reasoning assessment. And based on all of that data, we will then shortlist candidates to come for a panel interview, which is made up out of HR and industry experts. And through that, we make our decision as to who would be suitable to be part of the project. That is when we recruit for ourselves. When there's learners coming from other companies, each company would have their own recruitment process. So we don't get to choose those learners. They would be enrolled from those companies at the training academy. And then lastly, we also have private individuals that also train with us. So what we would do is that we would just first find out what exactly if they want to achieve, and what experience they do have. Because sometimes you would find that people will come for short courses or want to enroll for short courses that's never been in the industry. So then we would rather advise them for more foundational type of courses to build them up to be able to use whatever they've learned here outside to enhance or improve their career path.
Okay. Thank you very much. So please, can you tell us your name and what your role is at IST Academy?
My name is Sakunzi Menela. My role is a head trainer at IST Academy.
Okay, so please, Mr. Sakumzi, can you tell us what the hardest skill is so far that you found that is very difficult to integrate into the students?
The hardest it is hydraulics. This is according to my observation, and I think it is caused by a number of factors. Because some of the students, they are not exposed to hydraulics even while they are at school. So when they get to this level or to this environment, they can't relate. Then some have the basic principle, but they can't relate to the actual physical hydraulics.
Okay. And secondly, as an instructor, what's the biggest challenge you faced with students?
Discipline and perseverance. Why am I saying discipline? Most of the students, they tend to think, or they still have that mentality that they are still at school and so forth. So they are playful. You need to run around, enforce discipline. And then when I say perseverance, it's as soon as they can grasp something, even when you try to articulate it in different ways, but once they can't, they are struggling to grasp it. It's like they lose hope. So they don't have that perseverance.
Okay. Can you tell us maybe some common signs? Obviously, sometimes when you look at students, you'll be able to tell, this one is going to go far. This one, what makes you say that? What do you see in a student that tells you that this student is going to go far in this industry?
Oh, well, thank you for that one. You know, such students, they tend to show themselves very quick. They like to lead. They like to assist. They're asking, what can I do? Say, I'm not busy, can I help you with something? So they show leadership at a very early stage. So those signs actually, they do give me a sense that these students, they become, and as I've seen along the years in training, those students, they tend to be very good mechanics.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Sakumzi. I think we've ended it today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Please, can you tell us your name, what you're doing here, and how long you've been?
Hello, I'm Tejas Naidu. I started here at IST on the 1st of February 2025. I'm an auto electrical apprentice.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Jabez, please, can you tell us what scared you about this career before starting, and what excites you about it now?
For me, what really scared me is that not a lot of people in my family have gone into this career. And so I'm one of few in my family. It was a bit scary being one of the few.
Okay, and what excites you about it now?
It's one of the most things that excites me is being hands-on. I enjoy what I do.
The fact that you see these machines every day.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's nice. Okay, so what's something you've learned here that you believe no YouTube video can teach you?
For me, hard work doesn't kill anyone.
Okay,
And to have a hands-on approach on everything.
Okay.
Yeah, and don't let small things get you down. Learn from your mistakes.
Okay, thank you very much, Javed. Tell me about your proudest moment so far in this journey.
For me, it would be I rewired D11 dozer cab all by myself.
Oh wow. And lastly, Jabez, there's this board behind us. I don't know, behind you rather. Please, can you tell me how this is called?
This is the electric wiring board simulator. So obviously, you get your ignition and power, and then you can simulate using a relay to power lights by ignition, something related.
Yeah. Please tell us about yourself. What's your name? When did you join IST Academy, and what exactly are you doing here?
Okay, hi. My name is Remo Kopelwa, and I am from the city of Johannesburg. I am here at IST Academy for my heavy equipment machinery apprenticeship, and I started in the month of April. This is my third month being here with them.
So Remo, please tell us what scared you about this career before starting, and what excites you about it now?
Honestly, before starting this career, I was more concerned that it is a very male-dominated industry, and I was asking myself if I will handle being in this kind of environment. But I've really learned to be confident in everything that I do and take on each task with the utmost confidence that I can.
And what
And
excites
to
you?
believe in myself as well.
What excites you about it?
What excites me about it? There's just so much to learn in this industry, not something that we see on a daily basis in our daily lives, So being here really exposes you to more, that's out there in the field, in the mining industry. So it's very interesting to learn and to see what's happening.
Thank you very much, Remo. Can you tell us what's something you learned here that you believe no YouTube video can teach you?
I've learned to be really patient with myself, like to just take in the tasks and everything one day at a time, and to just not be hard on myself. It's my first time trying this whole thing, so I'm very excited. So I just know to just be patient with myself.
Thank you very much. And lastly, can you tell us about your proudest moment so far in this journey?
My proudest moment was just being able and being given the opportunity to climb one of these big machinery. This is the 777D dump truck. So just being on here was like a really good moment for me. Like I never thought I would really be doing this kind of thing ever in my life, but here I am, and I was really proud of myself being here.
And lastly, how did you hear about IST? Or how did you know about IST?
I found out about them through Facebook.
Facebook. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sure.